Hey guys, this is Rich from Pacific, and wanted to show you a run through of the Piper spawn. This is a random location in the Lost Lands. I like to kind of mix it up and do these spawns at all the different locations. This is one of the random spots. Luckily, I just popped it, and it is Piper, so it's a quick and easy one. This is my typical Sampire build. Parry, swords, tactics, resist, shiv, bushido, and necromancy. So pretty cookie cutter standard template. My gear, I'm not really running anything special. I don't even have max fire resist right now, but got max stats. Right now I'm running a little bit lower hit chance increase because I'm using the Vermin Slayer. So one of the things that makes this spawn really quick is two things. One, if you've got a Vermin Slayer, it's great. You can work it into your gear for this spawn. And two, you want a repawned Slayer spell channeling weapon of some sort. So a lot of times when I'm doing spawns, like the first couple levels, I'll use a one-hander, Radiant Sim, just because it's fast and I'm usually not adding swing speed, so I'll have like an area effect of some sort. Like this has hit cold area, and just helps clear out the early spawn quickly. As I move on to the spawn, then I'll usually switch to a double axe. So this is not a very good axe. This is an old one. I haven't made a new one yet, but it'll do. So it's just got Mana Leech, Stamina Leech, Repawn Slayer, Swing Speed, and this has damage increase. Ideally, I'd make one that didn't because I don't need it anymore. But it'll work for this spawn. Alright, so first thing I want to do is protect. So if you don't use protection, if you're not familiar with protection, then one of the things you want to do is you train up justice by killing red characters, and that allows you to protect another player. So while under protection, any scroll that my main character gets, this protector will also get a chance at a scroll. So it allows you to get at least 12 power scrolls if you do it right. We can talk more on that later, but just suffice to say that my protector, usually I'll just keep them in the spawn area and I'll keep them invisible. In this particular area, I kind of keep it right here or in this area so I can see if somebody else comes through, if I'm going to get raided. I have kind of a second set of eyes. This is on a second account on a second computer, so I kind of dual box on a second computer just to have this character here protecting, and also to do discordance at the end. So go ahead and get started. This spawn is real easy. What you really want is the spell channeling at first, so that it doesn't ruin your blade when you hit the slimes. So what I do on all spawns is I'll have my mouse wheel set to target next, and I just run around and scroll the mouse wheel and get them all on me, and just boom. This particular location, there's 3 main areas, so I just rotate through them. Try to keep this area free of monsters so it doesn't attack my bard if he becomes invised. Now, if I were in a hurry or in another spawn, I'd probably have my second character bump up the candles one, but since this is such a quick one and easy, I won't bother. Save it for another time. Alright, so mostly go through this sparkle, run down here, try to get them all on me, try to get as big a group as possible, and that allows the area effect to really kind of have a big impact. And go to the third area. Same thing. So if you're getting into spawning, you use Samps or any real character that's I really recommend just spending some time doing all the spawn locations in the Lost Land. Just practice. Yeah, sometimes you'll get raided, but generally speaking, since the shards are so dead these days, you can at least get one or two in before you get spotted. That's really the name of this game. I mean, unless you're into PvP, is just to kind of get in and get out as soon as possible. So there are lots of ways to do the spawn, but obviously area of attack stuff is really your best friend for these slimes. Again, scroll through targets, make my life easy. Alright, then I'll move on. So there, I did the circuit once at this particular location. I'll go and do it again. So it usually takes 2 or 3 times and then move on to the next type. Keep him invised. Got a disco pink drop, that's not bad. A lot of people like this spawn. I actually hate it, and it's because of these first couple levels. Are so the monsters move so slow that it just takes a while. Good temp for this spawn is, of course, you know, Sampire, Necromancers are really good here. You can just kind of float around in wraith form and just wither them all. But if you come here with a warrior of some sort, just make sure, remember to bring your spell channeling weapon. Alright, we'll go back. So already I've got these three, nice ones. 3 pinks plus on the bard. I've got 3 more pinks. So I've already made 6 pinks here. Hopefully I can get this done before I get discovered. Should advance at a candle, but I'm kind of deep in already. So there's this kind of little area up here that gets filled up. Alright, so it looks like we changed. Now it becomes a little bit easier. I'm going to use the same tactic with these since they don't cast spells. I'll just get as many on me as possible and whirlwind away. And you notice with the Vermin Slayer and Repond, they both stack. So I'm one-hitting most of the rats. And that's just with the sword. That's with the Radiant Scimitar. And once I make sure there's no slimes left, I'll switch to my axe. Make it even quicker. So now I'll get them all on me. A big group. Now there is a max number of mobs you can hit with Whirlwind, but there is not a max number of mobs you can hit with the area effect. So that's why I put it on most of my spawn weapons. Gonna clear out these first levels. I'll lead these guys back. I'm gonna switch to my axe. 3-pronged axe. And we'll go to the next area here. Sometimes I'll kind of let them build up so I can get big swooping room clears like this. It helps if he swings. Sometimes the terrain in the Lost Lands, it really screws up your targeting. Get a big group. There we go. Catch these stragglers down here. All right. Making progress. One of the reasons why I like this location or some of these other locations in the Lost Lands is because they have these big open areas where you can kind of group up the monsters like this and get them in a blender. So if you're kind of new to EC, or maybe you've never seen this, one of the reasons why this works really well in EC is, notice how I'm scrolling through targets. There's an option under settings, under options, called always attack. So if you have this checked and you're in combat mode and you just target an item, it's essentially like double clicking on them. And then using the mouse wheel, and you can set that actually here in user settings as well, under input, wheel up, target last enemy, target next enemy. So I can kind of move back and forth and just scroll through all the targets. It's essentially attacking them. So this makes it really easy to get a large room aggroed on you quickly. Sometimes you don't want that, but in this particular case, okay, so here's the trick. See, there's a lot of spellcasters. I'm going to evade. Kill them before my evasion lights off. It takes a little bit of practice, kind of learning when spellcasters are going to charge up, and you don't always get it. But learning how to use your evasion skill, which is part of Bushido, is pretty useful when you're dealing with large groups of spellcasters. Really, any spellcasters, even players. And see, now I'm just mowing through them. And then I'll wait a little minute for my evasion to get more spellcasters. Evade. See all those spells that just cast out and just bounced right off, essentially. It only lasts for a few seconds, but sometimes that's all you need. It's also kind of important, like when you're in Fel, it's easy to get trapped, even with a Sampire that has a lot of stamina. So having stamina leech on your weapon definitely helps. Also, it's kind of good to keep moving, so you're never gonna get surrounded if you can avoid it. Not always possible to avoid it, but when you're dealing with kind of some of the bigger, you don't want to take too many on at once. These are fine. Some of the other spawns, the spellcasters, are a lot more nasty. Work in progress. Move on. Same thing, evade. So that evasion trick works really well on the undead spawn, where even though they're lower level, almost all of them are spellcasters, and death by 1,000 cuts will kill you. Evade, Evaded all those spells. I actually keep evasion on I have a 5-button mouse, so evasion is mouse 4. I use it so much. Sometimes this room does me in. Yeah, it's the terrain. Targeting doesn't work very well in there. So be careful of terrain. Should be getting there here. Try to keep this area clear. So now we get these guys a little more difficult because they don't come after you. So we just gotta be careful not to take too many on at once. The snakes are easy. Archer bitches. I do my best to get as many of the mobs to spawn dead before I engage with the boss. especially at this location. See, okay, he's up, but I'm not going to fight him quite yet, because I want to make sure there's no spellcasters or guys going to shoot arrows at me on these ledges. One thing I will do, though, is I'll honor him. Okay, so I got an honor in, now I can go off and clear up the spawn. He just cast some dumb spells at me. Let's see, there we go. Okay, looks good to go. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is bring down my bard. And I'm going to put up, since I have it, I might as well do it. I don't need to do this, it's just a little nicer. I'm going to put up the bard buffs. I'm going to use Peacemaking Mastery for Perseverance and Regens. And then I'm going to discord this guy. So I'm going to wait till he gets discorded, till I engage. Just make life easier on me. Now, you don't need to do this. It can solo this. With probably most temps can probably solo this spawn. It's not very difficult, but if you want to get it done quick, Sampire is pretty much the best. Alright, he's discorded. Alright, now I'm going to enemy 1. I'm going to mess him up. Here we go. Now some people use bladed staffs or something where you can AI for armor, but I just like I keep the axe, it's handy. And this is the vulnerable time. This is usually when you'll get jumped. Either slightly before this or right about now, so. Seem to have lucked out. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with luck. Some people say that it matters. It doesn't. Not with power scrolls anyway. So here we go. Alright, so got the slime. Got Bushido 3. 110 eval, 115, 115 eval. Nice. So nothing good on this guy. Let me see what the bard's got. It doesn't look like anything amazing. There's a tactic scroll. That's not bad. $115 tactics. 115 peace. 115 taming. So yeah, there you go. That's Piper spawn, also known as Bearcoon. One run, took me not too long. I got 12, looks like 14 power scrolls, 6 pinks, and 9 primers. Plus a slime. Not bad. Alright guys, have fun.